you doing? We're at the Inn at Honey Run celebrating our 28th wedding anniversary. We've had a real nice stay. Getting ready to leave. Enjoyed seeing the deer, the birds, squirrels, fine meals.
Hi, Cousin Brucey. I'd like you to play The Drifter's Big Hit on Broadway. First listened to you growing up in upstate Oswego, New York. One of the places that got snow yesterday. It's snowing in Oswego. I think that's where my Jody went to school, Oswego State. Yes, she went up there. And for a nice school, beautiful place. And that's back in the 60s. You're the best. Thanks so much. Bruce and Ann Schwalick of Fairborn, Ohio. Schwallicks, I got some songs for you. On Broadway. Drifters.
I just want to at least get a video showing that before I left the house, it was working.
Oh yeah, it's working. You hear that grunt? Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you basically communicating here. Well, that massive hump is all pure muscle. The heads are so massive and so heavy, they got to have a lot of muscle to raise that big thing. So everybody thinks that's fat. No, that's not fat. That's all.
I guess it's accept.
Yeah, like you say, you got to look at the whole package, and no place is going to be perfect.
Marketing the farmers say right now the drought is slowly starting to have an effect on their crops, which they say could affect what you pick up this year at the farmers market. There's plenty of fresh grains around the Solomon Farmers Market, but the drought this year could be drying up some of this grain.
The maple trees are certainly stressed.
It's been a struggle for us.
Today was the start of the farmers market at the Solomon's Farm Park. Everything from fresh herbs to maple was on deck for buyers. Bill Owen with Maple Acres in Noble County says there might be maple syrup to go around this year, but if the drought continues, coming to the farmers market next year might not be as sweet.
Obviously, the maple quality goes down. There'll be darker syrup with lower moisture generally.
From maple trees to farm fields, Mother Nature isn't showing any mercy. Wendy Floto sells kale, onions, and other vegetables but says this year's market isn't as plentiful.
Our stuff is coming along, but a lot of stuff is still slow. Like we're still waiting on our peas and our broccoli. We got our stuff out early enough, but just the fact of the lack of rain makes it hard for some of our stuff to grow.
Floto and her husband have been in the farmer's market business for the last 19 years, and dealing with droughts is a part of the business they have grown to understand.
I know there's been past seasons that it's been worse. So we pray all the time for rain.
With no relief in sight, farmers just hope they sell out this year, hoping Mother Nature can ease up on the sun and bring them a downpour. And farmers say the rain does have an effect on the size of certain vegetables, so with
Man.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very convenient for me because I only live 15 minutes away. When we get up the top, I'll show you where I live. When we get to the top of this, it's going to feel like we're going real fast.
Okay.
And what I'd like you to do is not get up right away like we did on the other lift.
Okay.
You're going to let this lift actually slow down. Slow down, then we're going to stand up and go. And this is an extremely easy lift to get off.
Okay.
But just like the other lift, you got to own the get off. You're going to stand tall, lean forward, and go.
So you don't use a wedge then necessarily to come off the lift.
No,
What do you do to slow down basically?
Just do a straight run.
Straight run.
You're going to
okay.
go straight ahead. Your goal is to get away from the lift.
And hopefully not make any footage for Warren Miller. You seen those
He
movies?
still makes movies. He still makes movies.
Should try following my boss, man. He goes 80, 90 miles an hour through those woods, man.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
Let me tell you, I would let him go. Bye-bye.
I got her up.
With 2014 comes resolutions. Now, whether you stick to them or not, you've only got about 6 hours to decide what yours are going to be. We hit the streets today to ask people what they're planning to change in the year to come.
Shape and spend more time with my kids.
Oh God, I don't have any.
Probably just spending more time with the family.
Not to make a New Year's resolution.
Well, I just bought 5 pounds of carrots, and my wife and I are starting to juice this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to become healthier.
I don't have a New Year's resolution because I try each day to try to see what I can do in my life to make it better, you know, how I can serve other people better, and so I try each day and don't come down to one particular day.
Well, it looks like about half have something they're trying to stick to, so best of luck to everyone with resolutions. And if you're out celebrating the new year tonight, don't...
Fun skiing, perfect north slopes, Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
From ABC 21 Alive, this is Sound Off with the Comets, live from the Sport One Parkview Ice House.
2 games in the books and 2 wins for the Comets. The K's getting off to a great start to start the season with 2 wins over rival Kalamazoo. Got a great second show coming your way here on Sound Off with the Comets. That's right. The legend Bob Chase in the house. Welcome inside the Sport One Parkview Field House, everybody. Normally we are across the street at the Ice House, but a huge ice skating, figure skating qualifier for the Midwest going on right now across the street at the Ice House. So we're over here inside of Jimmy's Grill in the Field House this particular Monday. Mr. Chase, how are you, sir?
Feeling good, really good after a good weekend.
Yeah, not a bad way to start the year.
I didn't think I'd hold up for 2 games, but I made it.
I think you've proven your durability over the years, I feel like.
Thank you.
All right. Kind of a different show whenever we have Bob here joining us. Obviously, we're going to talk about the team. We definitely want to get his thoughts on what he saw this past weekend. But really, when we have Chaser here, anything goes. If you have questions from Comet teams in the past, if you have stories that you want to share, anything is welcome on this particular show. Want to give you the ways that you can get a hold of us through the phone, 483-8331, also on Twitter, at 21Alive Sound Off. Plus, we have the live microphone here for members of the audience that will get here in just 1 second. All right, so start calling in, start tweeting, start doing all of that stuff. Let's talk quickly about this weekend. 2 wins, as we talked about in the headlines there, both against the Kalamazoo team. Not sure where they're going to end up this year, but what do you think about how we played?
I thought we had 2 different games. Friday night, a lot of people had never played in that arena. It took a while to adjust. We had to come from behind a couple of times, but I thought the key to that was our resiliency kept us coming and coming and coming, and we were not to be denied. It was a good game, a hard game to play on that arena, and of course Nick Bootland builds teams to play in Wing Stadium, and if you can beat him there, you might be able to beat him anywhere, and we did the next night with an entirely different game here at home.
I thought, talking to head coach Gary Graham after Friday night's win, he talks a lot about those desperate hockey plays and how important it is to make desperate hockey plays, and you certainly see those from teams, especially a lot more as the season goes on, we get closer to the playoffs and in the playoffs. But we saw a number of things in the very first 2 games of the season that I felt like right from the start, this group kind of showed the fans, hey, we're going to give it up for the group, the betterment of the group here.
Almost a playoff mentality to start the year, indeed, and I thought Cody Souls' dive on Saturday night to take it practically out of the net.
Awesome.
Typifies what kind of an attitude or what kind of a team spirit this club's got. They haven't been together but a week, but they've got a lot of good young pros, and the nice thing about it, when Colorado sends kids either here or San Antonio, they let them know before they come, hey, there are 3 teams in our system. The Avs, San Antonio, and Fort Wayne. We're all together as a group. If there's any place you think you can't play, let me know now, and we'll let you go somewhere else.
Interesting. That is
a nice way to work.
It is a great way to work. All right, so I gave you the information on how to get in contact with the show and how you can get your question or comment to Bob. We already have somebody waiting here in the live audience. Sir, what's your name and what's your question?
Bruce Schwalick from Fort Wayne. Waited over 50 years to talk to you, Bob, so I'm glad the night's finally here, and I'm with my wife, Ann. I was a teenager back in 1964, growing up in the town of Oswego, New York, on the shore of Lake Ontario. My dad had given me this big Westinghouse radio, and one night I was searching the dials at most stations, you know, the AM that fade in and out, and all of a sudden I came across this powerful voice that said, whoa, 1190 Comet Hockey, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I thought, where on earth, I was a teenager, where on earth is Fort Wayne, you know? Anyway, I didn't know much about hockey or anything, and just because of your voice and your delivery, I became a Fort Wayne Comet hockey fan. Shortly thereafter, became a Blackhawk hockey fan. I've been a lifelong fan. And in 1970, I came out to college, became a civil engineer up in Angola, Indiana, at Trine University, and stayed here. Met my wife. She's a Hoosier, and now I'm a Hoosier. We're thankful to go to the comic games, and you've gone on vacation with us. You don't realize that. I remember in 1995, we were up in Quebec, and we're going out to get something to eat, and I'm turning the radio dials, and, comme va-tu, très bien, merci et toi, couldn't understand all French. And all of a sudden, 1190, and they look at my wife, and I said, there's Bob Chase. I said, we feel right at home. So I just want to thank you, the late Yogi Berra just passed away, and all the records he accumulated were tremendous. But everybody talked what a decent man he was. And that sort of even overshadowed his records, which I thought was great. Bob, the same is for you. We've admired you over years, not only for your longevity, the knowledge of the game, but you're a decent person. And Fort Wayne should be so thankful that they have a citizen like you living here. And I just wanted to take this opportunity tonight to say thank you for all the memories you've given us and everything. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. You put me in a big hole there. That's the thing, I think, as a professional broadcaster, that is a story that you hope will happen. And it did, and you have been one of a number, but no one has been any more eloquent than you have with your appreciation, and I'm glad. In fact, it isn't too many people that listening that far away are so compelled they moved to Fort Wayne.
It's true. I did send you one more thing. I did send you when I heard that you were going to get the Lester Patrick Award. I thought, man, I got to put in my comments and everything. And so I heard that Steve Levy was going to be the master of ceremony. So that tweet that he read at the start of the thing was a tweet from me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, thanks a lot. Appreciate
Thank you so much. Steve Levy's an old buddy of mine from the days that he had a piece of the Adirondack Hockey Club way back when.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and God bless you, both of you.
Bruce, that was a fantastic way to start off the show. Bring more of that kind of stuff here tonight as we move along. Do want to jump in to the Comets calendar before we take our first break of the show. Next time the Comets hit the ice will be this Friday, October 23rd at home when they take on the Indy Fuel. 8 o'clock is the start time.